It is Friday, April 23rd, 2021, and this is your coffee break update brought to you by, of course, the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. My name is Marshall Haprov. I am the communications specialist for the Mojave Desert Air Quality Management District, as well as the chair-elect for the board of directors for the Greater High Desert Chamber. And we are thrilled that you are able to join us this morning. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your Friday morning to catch up on the goings-on around our great high desert. I want to introduce to you, of course, as always, joining us from Saddle Rock Reverse Mortgage and the board of directors for the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce, Shannon. Good morning, Shannon. Yep, I'm making you unmute yourself.
Good morning. Good morning, Marshall. How are you?
I'm well. And we also have from the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce, the Events and Graphics Coordinator, Jenny Flores. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, good morning, Marshall.
Jenny, you're very cheery. Shannon seems like she's in a good mood. I'm in a very free feeling mood. And also I wanted to tell everyone that Mark's not here. So I don't know if one has something to do with the other, but that's weird. I know that he's very concerned, as you probably would imagine, our 00 CEO, Mark Creffield. He's concerned that, you know, this is going to go off the rails and that things are just going to fall out. And we want to show him that we can do this, even though he's, and I'm reading from a text message, by the way, that he sent me last night. I probably would have said no to this golf tournament in Fontana, but something in my little brain said it would be a great idea for me to miss it and go golfing. He says, he said, I can tell everyone on the call, everyone hear me, I can tell everyone on the call to start texting him randomly after 9:30 in hopes that you screw up his backswing. So you heard it here first.
Oh, no. Start texting him now because he may be warming up. And that'll mess him up even more. So
yeah, everyone text Mark and tell him that something's wrong and coffee hasn't started yet.
Yeah.
See what happens. Let's see what happens.
Tell him that Marshall and Shannon got in a big fight on screen and nobody knows what to do.
Well, is he really still the 00 CEO since we're one chamber now?
He insists. He won't even talk to me if I don't greet him that way. So speaking of Shannon, who was just speaking a moment ago, Shannon will be fielding your questions should you have any during the duration of our call this morning. So use the chat function in your Zoom app or Zoom program and direct them to Shannon, and we will get them to our presenters as time allows. We also have a couple of sponsors to introduce to you this morning. We're sponsored by Alaska USA Federal Credit Union and Transformation Training and Development LLC. We will hear from them in a little bit. But first, we want to once again introduce to you Jenny Flores from the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. She's going to update us on the chamber. Jenny, take it away.
Thank you, Marshall. Hello again. It's me. So yes, I am excited to give our chamber update this morning. So the first thing I have to update everyone on is the GHDCC affiliated with the Inland Empire Chamber Alliance is having a virtual Sacramento Advocacy Day on Wednesday, April 28th from 8:45 a.m. to noon. I believe we have a slide on this as well. So please be on the lookout for a standalone blast email. It's supposed to go out later this morning for more information on this event and the link to register. Okay, and we also ask that you would join us in person or virtually next Friday, April 30th for the ribbon cutting and 3-year anniversary for Hair and Nail Republic Beauty Salon located in Hesperia. So we hope to see you there either in person or on Zoom. And our next Valley Morning Insight via Zoom will take place on Wednesday, May 5th at 8 a.m. Our guest speaker is Dr. Dan Walden, the superintendent and president at Victor Valley College, and his update is titled VVC, the New Reality. So we still have one $250 VMI sponsorship left. So please comment in the chat box if you are interested. And let's see, our next coffee break update will be 2 weeks from today on Friday, May 7th. Sponsorships are available for that as well. So again, comment in the chat if you are interested. And sponsorships for coffee break are only $75. Great deal. So take advantage of that. Lastly, our inaugural High Desert Regional Open Golf Tournament will be on Friday, June 25th at Spring Valley Lake Country Club. All golf spots have sold out, but there are still additional ways for your company to be involved. We still have openings for our reception, business showcase, and tea science sponsorships. And we are also in need of goodie bag donations and raffle prizes. So again, comment in the chat and we will reach out with additional information. So utilize the chat. And oh, there is one more thing. We do have a new GHDCC Facebook page. So if you have not already done so, please like and follow us on Facebook, as we share lots of information on there as well. And that's all I have for our chamber update. So thank you, everyone, and back to you, Marshall.
Thank you so much, Jenny. Speaking of VMI, or the next VMI, which is scheduled in just a couple weeks, you heard Jenny mention that Dr. Dan Walden from BBC will be speaking. If you've never heard or gotten to be in the audience or on a Zoom call when Dr. Walden is speaking, I highly encourage it. He's a wonderful public speaker, and I actually got to be the MC for a VMI when he was speaking, and his presentations are just tremendous. So be sure to catch that in a couple of weeks. All right, we have several of our municipal presentations updates for you this morning, and we will start as always with the City of Adelanto. And here to do that, as always, is the Mayor of the City of Adelanto, Gabriel Reyes. Good morning, Mayor Reyes.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. Stepping out really quick. I'm here in Houston for a training, but welcome, Greater High Desert family. Thank you so much for giving me the time to be able to come here and just give you guys an update on what's going on with the city. Number one, like always, economic development and capital improvements. We broke ground on 2 major projects in our industrial park, and then also on our northern part of town. We have the Permain pipeline that's going to be expanding over towards our wastewater facility treatment for more manufacturing jobs that we have breaking ground over there. We haven't solidified the one project, but there's a couple of companies that are looking to do about a 3 million square foot distribution center on the northern part of town. And we also have Value Windows and Doors. It's a European style and American style windows and doors. They're going to be relocating their facilities from down the hill, from Duarte, Corona, and Moreno Valley. Going to be building a 1 million square feet facility here in Adelanto. They'll be breaking ground here probably end of the summer. We also have, like we may mention, the kimchi factory, the rice cake factory, and then the boring company doing some more structural projects with the boring company there that we have breaking ground. When it comes to our housing, they've already broken ground and graded a 92 home project, and we have another 71 homes that are going to be that have pulled for their permits, and they're going to be breaking ground on 71 more homes on the south side of town. So more housing. The economic development, capital improvements, and then lastly, we have 2 parks that are going to be breaking ground by the end of the year. One of them is to be a hybrid. Is going to be like a water mason for a heavy rain time that we have in Adelanto. Some of our city is in a natural flow of the terrain, and a lot of our northern east side of town gets flooded out when we have heavy rain. So we wanted to make sure that we were able to address that issue. So we're going to use it as a water mason to hold all the water and pump it back over to PERC when we do have those rains, to eliminate the flooding in those homes. But then the rest of the year, it's going to be a park for the community. That's going to break ground here in the beginning of summer. So we're excited about that project. A project on Jonathan and Chamberlain. We finished the construction sites. Now we're wrapping up the layout for the park, and that should also be breaking ground ending of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter. So for Adelanto, that's what we have so far. Super excited for the growth that we have going on. And you guys, thank you as always for letting me come here and give you an update on what's going on with the city.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for being here and joining us and giving us that update. Shannon, do we have any questions for Mayor Reyes?
No, we do not.
All right. Well, before you go, Mayor Reyes, and to everyone listening, there were a few weeks ago, I don't remember how many weeks ago, when Pat Orr was on the call with us, and then suddenly I realized that he was shopping at Costco, and I made the comment that, this is our first Greater High Desert Chamber event in Costco. And thanks to Mayor Reyes, this is our first Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce event in Texas. So thanks for representing Mayor Reyes. Take care, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks. Thank you so much.
Likewise, take care. Thank you.
All right, as I said a few minutes ago, we are fortunate to have two great sponsors helping us put this coffee break on this week, coffee break update on this week. So we want to introduce the first of those to you. From Alaska USA Federal Credit Union, we have joining us the branch manager for North Apple Valley, Stacy Dunigan. Hi, Stacy. Did I say that right?
Dunnigan, but it's okay.
Dunnigan. Okay, Stacy Dunnigan.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here. I am Stacy Dunnigan from the North Apple Valley branch manager. And we just wanted to share some information with you guys today. Since 1948, Alaska USA Credit Union has been servicing members by offering convenient and affordable financial services, such as personal lines, business, savings, checking accounts, loans, certificates, mortgage, and insurance. The reason I'm here is to highlight one of our services today. So personal lines. And can I ask everyone, when is the last time you got an insurance checkup? Like most of us, it's probably been quite a while. So we have some great news to share. In addition to our money-saving products and services, we now offer home, renters, and auto insurance. And on average, we're saving members that switch over to Alaska USA about $670. So that's pretty exciting news. And we really wanted to share that. We also service all of our personal lines. We have at least 2 licensed agents in all of our 6 locations here in the high desert. So we love for you guys to come on in, get a complimentary quote. We do have 2 branches in Apple Valley, which Highway 18 and our Just Ranch location, which is the newly remodeled. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And we have 2 branches in Victorville. We have a branch in Hesperia. We have our branch in Big Bear. So we, like I said, would love to give you guys a complimentary insurance quote. We service all of the insurance lines, and we would like for you guys to come in. And if you do come in, we will give you a tote bag for visiting our branch and just coming in to say hi, check it out. Like I said, Just Ranch is the newly remodeled, very new age. So we'd love for you guys to see that as well. And again, I'm Stacy with the North Apple Valley branch. So come on in and see us.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Stacy, and thank you to Alaska USA Federal Credit Union for sponsoring this week's Coffee Break Update. If you would like to be a sponsor of a future Coffee Break Update, you can contact our 00 CEO, although I guess Doug doesn't want me to say that. So since Mark's not here, I'm just going to say President and CEO because that's boring. Mark Creffield, and actually you could put your information in the chat if you'd like to be a sponsor of a future Coffee Break Update, and Jenny could probably get that information. I'm assuming Jenny, sorry, I just spoke for you.
So we have one question, Marshall, too.
Sure.
She wants to, or someone wants to know, do you need an appointment to see a banker, Stacy?
No, come on in. Like I said, we have 2 licensed agents in the branch. Actually, some branches have more. And you don't even have to be a member with Alaska USA. We can give you a complimentary quote. And if you did decide to switch over insurance, you could definitely do so without becoming a member. Of course, we'd love for you to become a member, but you don't necessarily have to be a member. So our hours are from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday. You just walk on in and we can assist you.
All
Excellent.
right, thank you. No further questions.
Awesome. Thank you, Shannon, for getting that in there. And thank you, Stacy, for the answer and for, of course, sponsoring the coffee break update. We want to bring to you another municipal update. This time we have the City of Hesperia, and joining us is the Mayor of the City of Hesperia, Cameron Gregg. Good morning, Mayor Gregg.
Good morning, everyone. I just have a few updates. The city council meetings for the City of Hesperia are open to the public now at 25% capacity. So we definitely love seeing everybody's faces and in person and hear all the public comments that are out there. So get out to our meeting if you haven't already. Additionally, the Ranchero Widening Project is moving forward with construction scheduled to begin this fall. And because the project will include the removal of the bridge over the aqueduct, we can expect quite a bit of traffic over in that area. So just bear with us and follow the city website for detours or any other information that you may have. And then another reminder that off-road vehicles are restricted within city limits. Violators risk citations and impoundments of vehicles. We all love to go out into the desert and off-road, but we need to make sure that we're doing it responsibly in the appropriate areas. And lastly, in recognition and appreciation for our veterans, the animal shelter offers a pets and vets program. The program waives the pet adoption fees for one animal per year, and all pets that are adoptable can be viewed at petharbor.com. So I thank everyone for their participation in our chamber updates, and you guys are doing an amazing job. So keep it up.
Thank you so much for that, Mayor Gregg. We appreciate it, and good to hear that information from the City of Hesperia. Shannon, do we have any questions for Mayor Gregg?
Not at this time.
Okay, well, if we have any, we do get any, we'll shoot them your way, Mayor Gregg. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. All right. Wow, we're going right through this. It's only 9:19. We've had 2 city updates. We've had the chamber update. We've heard from one of our sponsors. Let's keep this fun moving and bring in our friend from the City of Victorville for an update there. Public Information Officer Sue Jones. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to give an update from the City of Victorville. I wanted to start by sharing information with you about a grant opportunity open to small businesses. On April 28th, that's next week, the state will open round 6 of its small business COVID relief grant program, and grants are available in the amount of $5,000 all the way up to $25,000. And if your business hasn't received any grant award from this program yet, you should seek to apply. You can learn more about the eligibility requirements at carereliefgrant.com, and I'll put that in the chat after we're done. And if you're looking for other grant assistance programs for your business, we continue to post information on our website at vv.city/business assistance. Also, we have a vacancy right now on our planning commission. And if you're interested in serving the Victorville community and want to be a part of this, we invite you to submit a letter of interest and your resume no later than May 24th. Our planning commission is an appointed body that serves the city council, and its primary responsibility is to review all land use in our city. They also review development projects like Chick-fil-A, the Amazon last mile delivery station, etc. So if you're interested in that, we absolutely would love to have you submit your, again, letter of interest and resume. You can find the information on our website. And if you have any questions, you're welcome to reach out to me as well. Additionally, we are also seeking applications for 3 remaining seats on our Measure P Oversight Committee. Earlier this month, the City Council approved the appointment of 4 individuals to serve on this committee. And so far, we still need 3 more, and they are specifically nonprofit, social services, youth recreation, or clergy. Each of the individual who serve on this committee are intended to represent a stakeholder group in our community. You do have to be a resident of Victorville and registered to vote to serve on our Measure P Oversight Committee. The purpose of this committee is to review expenditures and ensure that the city is expending funds in accordance with the intent of the Measure P tax measure. And also this group will help us ensure financial transparency for our community. If you're interested, we're accepting applications through April 26th, and the application is available on our website. I should have said too, with the Planning Commission, you do have to be a resident of Victorville. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. Upcoming on May 5th, we're going to host a Shred Fest at the Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF, as we like to call it. And on May 5th from 8 to 12, any resident of the Victor Valley is welcome to participate in this event. We're going to offer free Shred Fest. You can bring up to 4 20-pound boxes of paper, and you can watch it be shredded, so you can ensure your personal information is protected. We're also inviting residents to bring out e-waste, appliances, and mattresses and box springs as well to this event. And we're really excited also to get back out onto our sports fields and get youth sports going again. And we're offering our youth sports sampler. And this is open to children age 5 through 12. It is co-ed, and there are segments where they group children by ages. This will be offered for 6 weeks, and it'll introduce the children to the basics of baseball, football, and soccer. The registration fee is $40. The program will begin on June 1st, and you can register on our website at victorvilleca.gov/recreation. And with that, I'm going to, one thing I forgot to mention too about Measure P. Right now we're in the budget process. And this committee, some of the first proposed expenses that they're going to get to review right now in our budget, we have the addition of 11 law enforcement personnel, 5 deputies, 5 service specialists, and 1 crime analyst. And also that's included in the working budget right now also is the opening of Fire Station 315. And as we get further into the budget process, I will be happy to give you more updates to let you know. And we certainly want our community to know how that money is being expended. As you know, it went into effect on April 1st. And that money, we haven't even started to receive any of the money yet at the city. Most likely we'll get our first quarterly installment sometime in July, August timeframe. But in our budget, we're beginning to forecast forward and try to work in some of the things that we hope to be able to invest in with this money that the community has been so kind as to approve that increase for us. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you, Marshall.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Do you have some questions, Marshall?
Yeah, I saw at least one pop up in the chat. Shannon, you want to go for it?
Okay. When's the shred day again?
Oh, it's on, you know what? Let me check because I have a feeling I gave you the wrong day. I'm sorry. May 1st. May 1st. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
I said the 5th, and I am so sorry. I'm glad you asked. It's May 1st.
All right. And then the next one, then he just came up again. You can see in the chat, says where?
Oh, it's the Materials Recovery Facility, or we call it the MRF. It's out on Abbey Lane, which is just off of Stoddard Wells. And we have more information on our website, or you're welcome to reach out to me and I'll get you. Actually in the chat, I'll put the exact street address for you.
And we've got 2 direct messages here. One says, when are they going to fill the vacancy on the council?
So as we kind of mentioned at the last coffee update, the council is deadlocked at a 2-2 vote. The question was whether or not the council should put this question out to the voters and host a special election and let the voters elect someone to serve on the city council, or whether or not they should appoint. And it was proposed that perhaps they could go back to the most recent general election, which was held in November, as you know, and potentially interview candidates or folks that were on that ballot and then appoint from that group. At this point, the city council is tied at a 2-2 vote, and because no majority could be reached, then they could not move forward with that. And right now, our city council will remain as a 4-person council until the next general election, which will be in November 2022.
Okay, all right. And then there's another question here. It says, please give us an update on the road between AP and VV. Maybe they mean AV
Oh, the Green
and
Tree
VV.
Extension?
Yeah.
You take potential, okay. So the city council, I think it was just last month, approved the construction contract for the Green Tree Extension, which is very exciting. And at this point, we are on track for shovels and bulldozers to start work and actually get moving on the construction at the end of May, early June. And I would be very happy at my next update, to continue to give you exact dates. Right now, it's looking like it's very promising to start at the end of May or early June. And I'll add to that our engineer has given me the estimate that most likely construction will take a good 22 months. So we're looking at potentially about 2 whole years, or very close to 2 years for that project to take. So, but we're really excited to get that going and get another east-west corridor for the community.
All right, I don't see any other questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sue. Have a good weekend. We appreciate you being here as always with that update. We have another sponsor to introduce to you this morning for our coffee break update. We are fortunate to have Transformation Training and Development LLC sponsoring. Unfortunately, Dr. Kenesha Williams, who we would usually see in this space, joining us live on the Zoom call, she couldn't be with us, but she sent along this.
Hello, family. This is your friend Kenesha, and I'm dropping by to be with you virtually. And I just want to say thank you. Now, you may say, Dr. Kenesha, what are you saying thank you for? Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for not giving in. Thank you, leaders, for not falling back or giving out. We know now more than ever that this country and our community needs leadership. So thank you for being the leader that we need. And I'm fully persuaded, members of the High Desert Chamber of Commerce, that each of us, you as well as myself, we have been created to change this world. So I'm going to read a quick little excerpt from you from Change This World by Dr. John C. Maxwell. Why? Because I believe that our community needs us and they need our voice right now. This is from page 11, and they have a quote here from Gandhi. And Gandhi said, "For things to change, first I must change. Changing your world requires a similar shift in thinking. You need to challenge your assumptions from assuming you can't or you should not try to change the world to someone who can and should. You need to believe you can do something about the problems you see. My question to you is, do you believe you can change this world? Because I know I sure do believe that I can change it. Listen, I would love to come alongside of you and your business to help with communication. Why? Because that's the #1 factor that research says will make or break a relationship, a business, and a community. So I would love to come alongside of you. You can look me up at transformfor1@gmail.com or 760-987-0985. Again, this is your friend, Dr. Kenesha. I love you. Thank you for leading along together in this wonderful high desert. God bless you. Have a great day.
Thank you so much to Transformation Training and Development LLC for sponsoring this week's coffee break update. Dr. Williams may not have been here, but man, I feel like she was here. Speaking of people who are not here, hey, Jenny, have you heard from Mark at all?
Actually, I have. He was texting me, as he usually does when he's not here.
Even in his sleep, right?
Yeah, yes. So he said, you were joking before about everything else, right? And he said, and now why is everybody texting me? So I responded, I answered his question with the question and said, who is texting you? It's going, okay. And he said, just okay. Apparently Dave Stumbaugh, Doug, and Paul from Southwest Gas texted him. So thank you guys for playing along. That's too funny. And then he said, I know you guys are messing with me.
He sent me,
Well-
I sent him a text, Marshall, and I said, hey, we're having a lot of fun times picking on you at coffee. You will feel very loved when you watch this video later. And he
Excellent.
said, we'll see.
Well, thank you for that information, Jenny. Shannon, thanks for doubling back on that. And Dave Stumbaugh, Paul from Southwest Gas, and our next presenter. Thank you all for playing along. That really it brightens my day. So thank you. As if it already wasn't bright. Thank you. That's great. Our next presenter, I will introduce him now. Why not? From the town of Apple Valley, we have Town Manager Doug Robertson. Good morning, Doug.
Good morning. Thank you, Marshall. So this past week, we celebrated the grand opening of 2 new businesses in Apple Valley. The first I talked about the last time I spoke, which was the Apple Valley RV and boat storage. They had another grand opening. Once they decided that they could host it in person, they wanted that experience. So they had a little party with a grand opening. And then also the Apple Valley Hotel and Lodge has reopened. Both of those businesses have opened in buildings that have been vacant for more than a decade. So that was great news for Apple Valley and for the greater high desert. So speaking of opening, our council meetings and other public meetings like Planning Commission and Parks and Recreation Commission will reopen to the public at 50% capacity starting next week. So we're excited to have our public finally back meeting with us instead of calling us on the phone and being a little bit awkward, kind of transferring back and forth with questions and whatnot. So continuing to open, we are officially kicking off our summer season on Memorial Day weekend, when we will open the pool for recreational swim and lessons. We'll have games and activities at many of our parks all weekend long, and we'll be relaunching day camp and recreation classes the following week. So we are very excited to get kids back having fun and playing together. So there will be, of course, some protocols in place, depending on the venue, and some size limitations as well if it's indoors. So we are bringing back live music beginning June 17th when the Sunset Concert Series returns to Civic Center Park with Latin Express, a very popular local band. And speaking of live music, be sure and vote for Apple Valley's own Chase Beckham on American Idol. He's in the top 9 at this point, hopefully headed for the top 3 in a record contract. So watch, I think that's on Sunday nights. I don't watch a lot of TV other than hockey, but that's what people tell me. So let's see here. Freedom Festival is also coming back this year with live music, shopping, food vendors, and of course, it wouldn't be Apple Valley without fireworks. This year, we'll watch it all together again inside Brewster Park. Again, we may have limitations depending on what reopening looks like come July. But at this point, we are planning for our entire summer to be wide open and guests, visiting. So, but before all of that, perhaps the most important day of the year, we have a walk run event coming up in early May. It's the May the 4th fun run. May the 4th be with you. It's actually an evening run. It's on a Tuesday night. It is, I think, from 6 to 8. You can go to our website, applevalley.org, to find out more information. But we've done a couple of these run walks, and they've been very popular. We don't all start as a group because we're not supposed to do that with our COVID protocols. So you kind of sign up for a time and you come and walk with the folks that you came with, or maybe near some folks that are there walking. We'll have a few Star Wars characters walking that evening, and I'm looking forward to it. You will get a medal, although I think it's plastic, but it's still a medal, not a a plastic medal, and a T-shirt, I think, for signing up. So that'll be a fun one. So vendor applications for all of our events will be accepted May 3rd for Apple Valley businesses, and then May 10th for non-residents. Follow us on Facebook for more up-to-date information, or call the Recreation Department at 240-7880. So I think that is all that I have. So unless there are questions, I'm done. Back to texting Mark every minute.
Yeah. I did want to point out to you, Doug, that you mentioned early on that you don't watch much TV beyond hockey. And I also don't watch much TV aside from YouTube Kids. So I have a 5-year-old and 2-year-old, and that pretty much occupies all of the screen time in our house. But it's good to hear someone talented from the high desert. Of course, we know we have an incredible amount of talent here in the high desert, and it's good to see that it is getting recognized on national television. That's excellent. Shannon, did we have any questions for Doug specifically?
Yeah, we had one. It says, when will you allow the high school aquatics program to use the pool again? They lost 2 spring season sports and a winter season sport.
So we're working with the school district on that. And ultimately it was the school district's option whether or not they wanted to bear the full cost of the pool in order to open for those programs. So with our pool opening up soon, we'll be working with them on what their schedule looks like and what that looks like for this year.
All right. Thank you so much, Doug, for that. We appreciate it, and good to hear all of the updates from the town of Apple Valley. We have Cameron, or Mayor Greg, we have a question. If you're still on the call and you can hear us, are you still with us?
Yes, I am, Marshall.
We just had a quick question, going back to your presentation, actually off of your presentation. Do you have any update on the Planet Fitness that was slated to open near the Quick Quack and Aldi on Bear Valley Road?
I don't have an update from the Planet Fitness itself. I know they were still in the process of opening. The COVID obviously has made a pretty sizable impact for their business. I'll look into it, and if you can, just send me a text and I'll get back with you. If you don't have my number, it is 760-475-8148.
Excellent. All right. Thank you so much for that follow-up. We appreciate it. Speaking of that area, we were fortunate, we being the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce, and those of us who were able to get out and participate, we were fortunate to go celebrate the grand opening and ribbon cutting of the new Quick Quack car wash on Tuesday. That was fun. I know, of course, we had several who were on the Zoom call. It was a hybrid event, but it was awesome to be out in person and socially distanced, of course. Still can't see all of these smiling faces, but we can see part of them. And of course, just to be in person, even in spite of the wind, which, did you know it's windy in the high desert? And it was no exception on Tuesday, but nevertheless, it was a good time. So wanted to say congratulations again to Quick Quack for that opening. And, I failed to mention or introduce, so that's my bad. But I wanted to make sure, and we introduced you the other 2 chamber staff members who are on the call with us this morning, Sonia and Ruby. Good morning, Sonia and Ruby. Ruby in our chat window put in email addresses for all of the staff members for the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. So if you have questions, you want to know about sponsorships or events or memberships or anything else related to the chamber, all of their email addresses are in the chat. You can use that to reach out to them. Of course, we will be with you again in 2 weeks. So that'll be at 9 a.m. on May 7th for our next coffee break update. And as you heard earlier from Jenny, the next VMI featuring Dr. Dan Walden from Victor Valley College. That'll be on May 5th. Do I have that right, Jenny? May 5th? Okay. And yeah, all kinds of things going on. We're getting closer to and more similar to a reopened world. It seems like every day we hear about something little. So it seems like there's light at the end of the tunnel, he said cautiously. But I'm always encouraged, of course, to see all of you with us here on these calls. again, it's great to have all of you who are able to spend a little bit of time with us on a Friday morning. So thank you so much. Thank you for being a part of this, and we will see you in 2 weeks for this next coffee break update on May 7th. Thank you to our sponsors, Alaska USA Federal Credit Union and Transformation Training and Development LLC. And of course, thank you to our presenters, Mayor Reyes from the City of Adelanto, Mayor Gregg from the City of Hesperia, our dear friend Sue Jones from the City of Victorville, and of course, Town Manager Doug Robertson with Apple Valley. I think that's all we have. So Jenny, if we can let everyone unmute themselves. Shannon, we could stop it. Yeah, there we go. We can stop the PowerPoint. And sorry, Mark, when you're watching this later, sorry you couldn't be here, but man, we had a blast. And look, we're done 42 minutes later. Thank you, everyone.
Marshall?
And yeah.
We had one, let's see, down here, it just said, Cameron just told everybody, I have just been told that the Planet Fitness will end this month. Oh, I'm guessing he's saying open the end of this month.
There you go. There's your answer. See,
and
you
then
come here, you get answers.
We got one more question. David Bear wants to know, when will the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce be open for walk-in business? Do you guys know yet?
Well, I think we would defer to Mark on that, and since he's not here, but his email address is in the chat box. So, David, if you want to shoot that question over to Mark, and I'm hoping that we will hear more about that next time we join you on May 7th for the next coffee break update. So with that, we'll say have a great weekend, stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Bye. Good to see you all.
Good seeing everyone.
May the force be with you.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Have a good
Happy Friday.
weekend, a good day. Take care, be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.